Ladies, gents, good afternoon. We are almost around the US Cash Open. Piotr here, Light Forex Global YouTube channel. It's a New York Open market coverage, and we are probably on the verge of the big storm on the market, even bigger than what we have here. Alright, so what is all about, guys? I think that the coronavirus, the growing number of cases, of course, that's the explanation when it comes to the media, right? For average Joe to understand that, alright, we can blame coronavirus because of all those warnings, lowers GDP's expectations and stuff like this. So yeah, let's blame coronavirus. But the real thing is that what we have on the repo market, that could be the real case, right? Because what happened today, it was like 72.5 billion on a bid side, and the Fed accepted only 20. So well, 3.5 times more, right? And immediately after that, we've seen market pulling back. So that's the probable real thing behind current negative sentiment. Of course, coronavirus is the case as well, no doubt about that. But the things going on repo, that's the thing. And about the repo, we were discussing for quite some time already. So for us, if you are a careful listener, you know that always devil is in details. So let's have a look what we have on the charts. 3.5 minutes ahead of the New York Cash Open. So without a further delay, let's jump straight and start with the Nasdaq. Alright, so if you remember, guys, we were discussing this, right? So a possibility of the swing high. I took the shorts yesterday, and what is important, don't forget, you can monitor my trades, right? You can find the link in the description. It's not that, oh yeah, I've said I've been short, because you can check. I already closed 2/3 of the Nasdaq short. And to be honest with you, I'm still looking to sell either on the retest of the daily open, right? Because that's the gap. We are going to gap down, right? So there is a possibility that the very beginning of the New York session, we might see attempt to close the gap. In case we are going to go higher, then I'm going to look for fade the stop hunt above Tuesday high. I'm targeting, my first target is around yesterday low and the Tuesday low, right? But I think based on what we have here, we might see much lower levels. And I'm not trying to to panicking or whatever. That's how I see the charts right now. I think that this 50 basis point cut didn't help. Market is forcing Fed right now to have another 50 basis point cut during their meeting 18th of March. Well, we will see. I'm not so sure based on what we have on repo market right now. So looks like Fed is trying to taper. Well, and it's not surprise, guys, because all right, there are a little bit better information from China that, well, some factories are started to work. But guys, the important parts when it comes to the mobile phones, the prices jumped from the information I found around 20 to 30%. So, Fed been asking for inflation. Well, be careful what you wish. right? Anyway, so what I'm gonna to look for, we are going to monitor first 5-minute trading range on the Nasdaq in a moment, but I'm looking for the market to trying to close the gap, and here that's the perfect supply, been tested twice during the Tokyo hours, right? So it might be that we are going to make a little bit higher high just to clean some stops, just to force shorts to cover. All right. So I'm looking for an aggressive rally to the upside, and then I'm looking for some kind of the rejection. Also, I'm staying a little bit long dollar. Well, I'm still not happy with what I see. That's the first open tick, open cash market. I'm still not happy with what I see when it comes to the euro dollar. I've been partially trading in, trading out, greening, doing some kind of the short-term trades, but still, you know, probably I'm going to survive with this euro dollar towards non-farm payrolls tomorrow. We will see. To be honest with you, I've been thinking that both Bank of England and ECB are gonna do their job. That's the thing I've been talking about. Aggressive move to the upside, trying to close the gap. That's what we were discussing. Still, you know, maybe ECB is going to wait till next week. But Bank of England is at the end of the March, so well. Also, I'm short cable. That's what we were discussing as well. Again, don't forget, you can monitor my trades. A link is in the description, right? So here, well, looking for this type of the rally, and we have quite nice possible over under here. So maybe that's gonna be the case for me, right? Over here or a little bit higher. So again, I've been short yesterday from that level, from that zone. Been covering during this move to the downside during the European hours. You know, looks like market is like a hostage, right? Well, guys, folks, if you are not gonna cut, we will push market down, right? Well, for now, both ECB and Bank of England, they are not in rush to cut, but we have Carney later today, so be careful, guys. All right. All right, let's have a look what we have. I have to move it higher. Third minute started. We are going to go higher because of this stop count here we have, right? So now we have to look for some stops to the upside in case of some kind of the reversal. Euro dollar, what I would like, what I would like to see, guys, here, I would like to have some failure at the top side, something similar to what we've seen here. We quite didn't do anything to the downside, so maybe more stops and a little bit of the reversal, return to the downside. I don't like current price action, right? So I might be forced to close. Still careful here and being short here on the cable. What I don't like from the hourly chart perspective is that we moved above this level, and right here, right now, as you can see, it's working as a possible support. But let's have a look what we are going to get during the first part of the US session. Well, I'm still quite confident, but because of the current market price action, I'm just watching majors and indices, right? Not trying to be everywhere. Looking for places where we have quite good liquidity, right? I'm trying not to be trapped, right? So that's the most important. I might look for some yen crosses, but again, in case I'm correct with the possible rally on the indices trying to close the gap, then the yen crosses should go higher, right? And then I may try to fade. So guys, look for the comments around during the New York session. one more important thing when it comes to the coronavirus, the White House administration was trying to tell us that, well, yeah, within the next few weeks we are going to have vaccine ready, right? But looks like we got cold shower from the UK health minister, and we got the information that having vaccine ready within the year, meaning that we are really lucky. So, well, many different informations. There was also the funny press conference with the Vice President Pence, and well, I don't want to comment on it. Just try to find the shortcuts, and you are going to get what I'm talking about. So, trying to summarize this New York Open, guys, I'm looking for a risk off, meaning that when it comes to the Nasdaq, I'm looking to fade any kind of the rally towards yesterday close. All right, looks like that's what we discussed. Market is trying, and that's the top of the range. All right, so market is trying to push higher. Basically, my way of thinking is because of the repo, not because of the coronavirus. Coronavirus is the explanation for media and average Joe. And then, if I'm not mistaken here, meaning that we should see overall risk on rally, yen crosses, for example. So then I'm going to look for dollar yen. Probably I'm going to be more confident with the pound yen, right? In that case, I'm going to look for this levels close to 139. The one figure higher. Can we see that rally? I have no idea. We'll see what we are going to get around 38.50. So 38.50, 39 when it comes to the pound yen. Staying short cable, staying short euro dollar, watching very carefully. Don't forget we have non-farm payrolls tomorrow. I'm going to make another update either in the mid of the New York session if there is a reason to do that, or towards the end of the New York session. Guys, don't be trapped. Do your own research and keep your exposure lower than what you have usual, right? So meaning that you've got the chance to be safe on that market. Guys, it was my pleasure to make the update for you. Thank you very much. Take care and goodbye. See you around.